Tommy G exposing the most corrupt mayor in America. Fuck all that talking shit. Let's just get straight to the video.
Step over there on public property.
Whoa,
The
whoa, whoa, whoa,
goons
whoa,
have
whoa,
come
whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 whoa. Let's turn that John down.
Tommy G, they call me. Milwaukee.
Let's see.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. Today we're looking into the most corrupt mayor in America, allegedly.
Where is this? Milwaukee?
The mayor. Is she a hero or a villain? Some.
Oh, he can't answer.
Town with potentially one of the most corrupt mayors in America. We're still looking, but this is just for videotaping. Look how many police they brought out here. Are you gonna get in your vehicle? I'll get in mine. You get in yours.
Whoa, why they?
One day while scrolling through TikTok, I was assaulted by a barrage of videos covering Dolton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Illinois,
she refers to
okay.
herself as the super mayor, as well as the most powerful woman in Chicago's South Side. But does she use her power for good? People on the internet and in her own community have been calling her the most corrupt mayor in America. And here are some of the things she's been accused of: stripping business licenses away from people that don't contribute to her charity, pay-for-play kickbacks and bribes, taking lavish first-class trips on the taxpayer dime, making the city pay for her own personal ice skating rink, using the taxpayer money as a marketing budget for self-promotion for things like 122 billboards with her face on it, and using tens of thousands of taxpayer money dollars per month to hire a PR firm that's designed to clean up her image. And I'll give her this, her image is
Nigga, we is a minute and 25 seconds in the video. You already listed like 30 crimes. Calm yourself. Off the rip.
tough to clean up. Here's some more reasons why. She doubles as both the mayor of Dolton and the village of Thornton Township supervisor.
Bro, that's crazy.
She's made it so that if she's not reelected as supervisor, the incoming person would receive a 90% pay cut. She's racked up credit card debt like she
What is a 90% pay cut? 90%?
set a record, and she tells the residents things like better have my money and compares herself to Martin Luther King. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's alleged that she rolls around like a crime boss. Some people claim that she's even gone as far as having the cars of people that oppose her shot up to intimidate them. She rolls around in
Yo, what? Yo, that's another 25 seconds into the video, bro. What? Like, come on. Come on, bro. Give me a break.
Of course, on the taxpayer dollar. And it's said that she has the police force in her pocket, partly due to the outrageous amounts of overtime she allows her officers to be paid. Again, on the taxpayer dollar. I hope you're noticing the theme here. Unfortunately for Tiffany and her police chief lapdog, Officer Louis Lacey, I have in my possession receipts, disciplinary forms, documents, and insider information that we will be diving into in great detail today. Folks, this channel does not stand for bullies, and by the end of my expose, I'm sure you'll draw the conclusion that Tiffany, Officer Lacey, and their cronies are not only bullies of the worst kind, but an absolute disgrace to the title of public servant. The FBI is currently investigating her, so I hope she gets to see this video, but I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi situation is in Cook County Jail. Let's begin the episode.
Yo, first of all, don't they have like rules and regulations to like kick people out that are like getting too crazy, especially as just mayor? No? Like, how do you commit that many crimes? And even at that, you're shooting your ops legally. Like, how are they supposed to fight back when you have the whole police force? Like, that's your weapon. Like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hopefully, folks, if you're watching this right now, you have the privilege of living in a democracy. And if you live in a democracy, that means that you've elected people that should...
It must be. Allegedly. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. We don't know.
Represent you and have your best interest at heart. Right now in the United States, we have a crisis with our politicians. There's an awful lot of people that are abusing their positions of power to enrich themselves and to you, the citizen. You can look at the national level where we have people like Tommy Tuberville, Nancy Pelosi, U.S. senators and congresspeople that, while being full-time politicians, are also somehow the best stock traders we've ever seen. They're outperforming Wall Street. Today, folks, we look at it at a local level. We're looking at the most corrupt mayor in America. And I have to say allegedly, because this mayor, Tiffany Henyard, she likes using the legal system. People that don't agree with her or speak out against her. She has a lot of cases that have been filed.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'all stuff. Y'all black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
I want to avoid being dragged into court
she
by
put
her. So I'm gonna
the
say
race
this is
card. All right.
Alleged. This is all my opinion. And we'll let the FBI, who's also in town right now, determine the facts of the case. We're speaking to a lot of people, angry, upset, and ready to speak out against this mayor for all the egregious things she's allegedly done. So folks,
allegedly.
let's pull up, let's hit the
You know,
and let's dive into this story.
much respect to bro.
Mayor Tiffany, hero or villain?
She's a villain. She really don't be doing nothing for us. She tried to make a big show, a big act, but she's not doing stuff that really needs to be done.
We heard that the FBI is in town looking into her.
They are.
What is she allegedly guilty of, do you think?
Stealing that money. Because you know her family work with her. Most likely she's stealing money and giving it to her family and using it for herself instead of giving it to the people that actually need it. And she be having her names all on the trucks and stuff. Like, it be everywhere.
Bills obtained by Fox 32 under open records laws shows Thornton Township.
Yo, I know that's off topic, but like, yo, I gotta try White Castle one day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that noise reminded me of McDonald's, but it's just like, yo, I really never had White Castle, bro. I gotta try that.
Paid more than $10,000 for the vinyl signs themselves.
If you could speak with her directly, anything you would say to Tiffany?
Do better.
Did you know the mayor, Tiffany? Yeah. Hero or villain?
Villain.
Gangster. Pulling up to the administration.
White Castle just seem nasty. I have like, all I know is that they just like sell sliders. Like I have nothing else. I don't know what they fries look like. I don't know if they food is like decent or not. My man's like, he had him at like the frozen stuff at the store, but like I've never had him. I feel like I'm probably not missing out on anything.
Are public servants and want to speak out against her. Let's see who we have gathered. So Mayor Tiffany, hero or villain?
From what I know, villain. The security guards is getting like 300 hours on their checks and stuff.
The officers
300
are paid every
hours.
2 weeks, which without overtime is 80 hours. But when they're put on Henyard's detail, that 80 hours balloons to well over 100 hours. Sometimes
How do you get
200 hours. And in the case of Officer Terry Young last May, 303
Yo, so that's how much he
hours worked over a
Damn.
2-week period. That resulted in a single paycheck of more than $13,000.
How does a person put in a 2-week pay period, 303 hours? That's impossible.
How are you securing somebody in your sleep? How are you getting 300
Yo,
hours?
that's not even that many hours in like, no, there's enough hours in 2 weeks, my bad.
So you know that she's pulling money from somewhere. I don't know where. She's not pulling it out of her butt. So clearly we know it's from something.
I'm rocking some new attire, okay? Rip mainstream media. They've tried attacking me, this channel, because we stand for truth and actually talking to people. So you want to join the resistance, join the movement. Link
W
in the
Tommy G,
description.
bro. W
I'm actually
Tommy
gonna
G.
FaceTime 3 people that buy it in the next 48 hours. I'm picking 3 of you to FaceTime, talk to you, connect to you. So join the movement, link in description. What do
Such
you
an honest
expect
guy.
from a mayor when you elect them? What kind of behavior do you expect?
Leadership, inclusiveness,
What is a trustee?
the governing bodies. We maintain the finances, amend, and make laws for the community.
Now, if she does indeed go to prison for this, will you be putting any money on her commissary?
No, she's using the police
Oh.
as her scapegoat to intimidate, retaliate. People speak against her. They're giving people tickets. It's just a lot of stuff. That's
The
going
police
on.
are in her pocket?
Yes.
Are they on her payroll or what?
Police are payroll.
Do you think she's a hero or a
Whoa.
villain?
A villain. She is spending all the Village of Dalton tax dollars and Thornton Township, which is part of the Village of Dalton.
This is Valeria Stubbs, a vocal critic of the mayor who believes her home was
Hey.
shot up at the request of the mayor, stemming from a bitter feud they had last summer. Asked if she believed that Henyard was behind the shooting, Stubbs did not hesitate. Absolutely.
So we're still gonna say allegedly. Hey, I don't know anything. I am a civilian. Allegedly.
She told the New York Post.
We have some of the highest
Allegedly.
taxes, property taxes in the Southland. And because we have a food desert out here, lack of businesses, we need all the tax dollars that we can get. She created Greenwood Falls ice skating rink that is never open, that does not generate any revenue whatsoever.
And it's your mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. We're finally in the second phase of Greenwood Falls. And remember, we do this for you, residents, because we care. You come first.
I saw a video where she was in the ice rink. having
I
a
see
party.
through it. I
Only
see through
when
it.
she's having something is the ice skating rink open.
So she basically has a personal ice rink that she's funded through taxpayer dollars and gets to use for her own parties.
Yes. When she went to a board meeting and dressed as Nino Brown, said that the residents blink better have her money.
What's being referred to right now is the town hall
Have
meeting
my
when
money.
Mayor
All right.
Tiffany walked in dressed as Nino Brown from the movie New Jack City, with the Rihanna song playing in the background, Better Have My Money, as a message to her residents.
Every single resident. Pay me what you owe me.
What she fails to realize is that that is not her money. That is the
that's not corruption, then what is? You're playing rap lyrics in court to threaten your residents. So confused on how you got there. You know what I'm saying? All this allegedly, of course.
Taxpayer money. But this is
How?
much bigger than Mayor Tiffany. This is a larger trend around the country of public servants and institutions showing that they have no regard where our money goes or how they piss it away. For example, the Department of Defense has failed their audit.
That's what I'm dead ass. Dead ass.
Up to $3.1 trillion worth of assets. They are accountable to us. We fund them. So my question to them is, where is our money? And they need to answer.
Yeah.
There's two sides of this. There's the township and the village, and she kind of double dipped. She's the mayor of the
village.
She's the mayor of the village, and she's also a
the supervisor for the Thornton Township.
And combined, her income from this job is,
I say over $300,000 a year because she get perks too.
But she would make it that if the next person that gets elected would get $25,000, right? So that's a kind of way to ice out the
What?
She was appointed to that position, not elected. If she was elected to that position, that salary would go down, and I believe it was approximately $50,000.
The FBI is in town. Do you think Tiffany knows she's cooked, or do you think she thinks she's innocent, or what do you think?
I really don't think that she thinks she's going to jail. I'm also a former Cook County Sheriff for the Department of Correction, and I suggest that she go and take a tour of that facility so she can see what's in store for her.
That's, folks, you don't need to be a corrupt mayor to
Auntie's telling them the truth.
Is it fair to say that Mayor Tiffany probably needs a good lawyer?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hero or villain?
Villain.
How is Tiffany doing with taxpayer money?
I don't have enough information, and that kind of goes to the root of the problem. There isn't much transparency. There isn't much back and forth as far as, you know, hey, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, things of that nature. But then it also goes into different things like types of accommodations and things, and I know a lot of people have heard things about that as far as like
eating good and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Penthouse.
If you're going to get the stipend, then you use it for your meals, you use it for your transportation, things like that. You don't go then and put everything on, say, the township credit card.
They say if you want to find the truth, the best way to do it is to follow the money. So we obtained the Thornton Township credit card statements through a Freedom of Information Act request and got to digging. When we looked through these, we noticed that Tiffany herself does not have a credit card. However, another one of her lapdogs, Thornton Township and Village of Dalton Administrator Keith Freeman, has made some awfully sus purchases in the last year. Take, for example, a round-trip flight from Chicago to DC. Despite an economy ticket running about $200, Tiffany and Keith booked flights on the Thornton taxpayer dollar for $1,265 each. That's first class, another set of transactions is the Bliss Beauty, a local hair salon.
First class?
$565 on January 16th, $1,295 on February 3rd, and $1,735 on February 19th of 2023. Now, my question for Keith and his purchase of $5,400 on beauty supplies is, are these wigs for you? And if that case, slay queen, or are you secretly buying wigs for Mayor Tiffany and running up the taxpayer dollar for her? Next, let's talk dining. Mayor Tiffany and her comrades love spending money on extravagant meals, like $427 at Theo's Steak and Seafood and $426 at Hamada of Japan are just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, in the first 2 billing periods of 2023, Keith Freeman spent $5,900 towards meals on the Thornton Township card. Which begs the question, folks, is this illegal or merely unethical? Because to me, a public servant should not be balling out on the taxpayer dime.
Is this illegal?
The question of legality is not for me to decide. I'll let the FBI handle that one. Let's just say Tiffany watches this video, and you could say a message directly to her. What would you want to say?
Just resign. Just leave. Let me do my job.
If you're going to be a public servant, you better act like it or get the hell out. I'll see you in jail.
I would like to
see you in jail? Where you go?
For the sins that you have done, or go to jail.
We've gone through all this where there's no
Take it right with
transparency,
Jesus.
seeing where money's been misspent, unfortunately. It's beyond something I think that could be repaired and fixed at this time. It's time to go.
Pulling up to a strip mall to talk to a business owner, Dr. Scott, that has been screwed by the mayor. Let's see what she has to say. Next, we meet Dr. Scott, who recently bought a strip mall in Dalton. She's trying to bring much-needed services to the community, like a free food bank that functions like a grocery shop, but she's struggling against Mayor Tiffany's attempts to drown her out. Everyone I asked about Dr. Scott says she's like a saint and can't believe this is happening to her. Let's meet her and hear her story. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. We're a nonprofit organization. We acquired this entire strip mall to bring additional programs and services to not just Dalton, but the Southland of Cook County. The shelves aren't full now, but by tomorrow we will have have all the shelves full, and the numbers indicate how much of each item they
That's
can
what I like to
have.
see.
This area here, when we purchased the property, the idea was to open up, you know, a thrift store to give people access to quality items. We have not been able to do that.
How long has this been sitting vacant for?
July.
And you still have to pay property taxes.
Yes.
You still have to pay rent. You still have to pay overhead, insurance, all of that.
I still have mortgage. I still have insurance. I do partner with other organizations that give me volunteers, but I do have a small team that we have to pay payroll because we still function. We still try to serve the community by having the grocery store available.
If this isn't able to be funded, whose pocket does it come out of right now?
Mine?
Cities can have layers of bureaucracy that keep you from running your business and making money. And the longer that they keep this vacant, the longer that you have to foot the bill, and the longer that they cost their own people. This in particular makes me mad because when you see someone actually willing to take a risk like she is, and they're preventing her from doing it, it's not a good thing.
All of this space is to expand the grocery store. Right now,
she's trying to help too. That's the problem. That's crazy. Like, you're robbing people that are actually trying to help the community, while you allegedly are destroying the community. If people like Miss Scott over here is trying to help the people out, and look what you're doing. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You're messing up people's taxes and their money's not coming in right. It's like, that's weird. That's oddball behavior.
Pop-up fundraiser. We have things that have been donated to us that we sell to the community. All the clothes and things you see are $1, shoes are $2.
Wow.
I received a letter from the village telling me that I needed to have these 6 things in order for them to even begin to think about giving me permits. And that package was architectural drawings, which I've already submitted to the village, but they want to have a state certification stamp on those drawings, and just a number of different things that they were asking for, as though I were building a building. I'm trying to do simple renovations to get us back up and running.
Flooring,
and
paint, lights.
They're requiring us to do a number of things that someone who is building a structure would need to do. For the type of work I'm trying to do, it doesn't require everything that they were listing. They wanted to come in and do a occupancy inspection. I didn't request the occupancy inspection, and so I said, no, you cannot do it.
Because what they were trying to do is come in and write you up for everything.
Absolutely, to shut me down. When we were closed down for 2 weeks because we had flooded, there was a mother who drove up with 3 kids in the car asking if we were open because she didn't know how she was going to feed her kids. That is what matters to me.
If you could say a direct message to Tiffany, what would you say right now?
It's really unfortunate that you sit in a seat of yes, power. In my eyes, you did not do the right thing. I have no idea why you chose to stop something that could benefit the community that you love. You know, you grew here. Everybody else grew here. But I said to you when I met with you to see my heart and know that I want to help the community.
One way we fight corruption is with our vote, another way is with our dollar. I'm going to donate $500 of my own money to this cause to keep this food pantry open and running so that the city can squash her out of business so she can help the people.
And that's when he had posted saying that like they reached like $10,000.
The rally around Dr. Scott.
Yo, that's insane.
I put $500 of my own dollars in. Let's flood this lady with money. Let's see what we can do as a YouTube community. And this is also a way to stand against Mayor Tiffany. Link is in my description. Let's blow her up. Thank you guys. Let's blow it up. Let's fund this, and let's give a big giant you to the Mayor Tiffany. If you try to approach her township, her fortress, what happens?
The police gonna come and
I'm up for the challenge. Let's head over to her township and see if we can speak to her or people that might know more about this story.
Okay.
Hello there. Yeah, as you can tell, some of the city officials don't want to talk about what's been going on, but let's talk about the motorcade that Tiffany uses to roll around town like she's some sort of crime boss. We did some digging and we found the receipt from the car dealership that Tiffany leased these Tahoes from. On just one of these Tahoes, with a retail price of $93,000, Tiffany overpaid by nearly $56,000. I don't know.
How do you put $100,000 on a $50,000 car? How? I don't know how you do that. How do you make that happen?
If she's the worst negotiator on the planet, or if there's something fishy going on here, but this is a shiny
do you do
example of how
that?
Tiffany has failed the hardworking taxpayers of Dalton. It's purchases like this that has led the town to be millions of dollars in the deficit. We're probably not going to be able to talk to many of these people because they know that they're guilty, allegedly, but let's go into the township and see what we can find.
Let's see.
Justice to a city. Is Mayor Tiffany, would you say, a hero or villain?
Hero, of course.
Why is that?
Everything she's promised, she's done. Get the garbage picked up properly.
Okay.
There are a lot of improvements.
Yeah, yes, man.
She has an amusement park for the kids on Greenwood Avenue.
Are you a citizen? Are you an employee of the city?
I'm a citizen. Yeah, I've lived here for almost 32 years.
Because we talked to some people who are really upset about some of her spending. She's buying $150,000 vehicles, the fact that she's bought an ice rink basically for herself. The naysayers are saying some really damning things about her. What do you think about that?
There's this drumbeat to try to remove her. I don't know if it's because of her youth or what it is.
So would you say financially she's spending the taxpayer money appropriately?
I think so.
Why do you think the FBI is in town right now?
There's a lot of hubbub and a lot of stuff going around, people talking and...
Yeah, she's definitely helping out his neighborhood. Like, his neighborhood just got a brand new pool. Everybody just got Ring doorbells for they houses. Everybody just got brand new metal fenced up backyards. He's happy. That's why he's saying all of this stuff. You see this pause right here? Just wait.
Me personally,
I don't even know what to say, bro. Come on.
Seen anything overt.
We just talked to business owners across the street in that strip mall that are not permitted and licensed to open up things that will help the community. A lot of these people are saying because they don't donate directly to her campaign, you get stripped of your business license or you're not granted a business license.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. If there's such a thing going on, I'm against that for sure. I'm hearing a lot of allegations, but I have not seen anything concrete.
Hello, sir.
Good. How you guys doing?
Oh, good. We're just doing a story. We've heard controversy about the mayor, and we're here to see if she's a hero or a villain. What is your take, sir?
No, I don't have a take. I'm saying, what are you here for? You're just taking.
You look like, yeah, I know he was lying like shit. For sure is lying. I don't know what's up with bro and why he sat there comfortably lying. I just thought he's getting paid, bro. His neighborhood or his people are getting done right.
We're running a video right now.
But you got to get permission to do that.
In a public area, sir?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. This is a public area, huh? Okay. Which means you get to film in public. There she is, right there. Oh, is this a public area?
Yeah, but we don't. You have to get permission to take pictures of people here. You cannot be in here.
Wait, isn't this a public area though?
You can't be with the cameras. Come on out.
Oh no, they all on payroll.
Can you ask that question?
Step out, please.
Is this a public area?
Sir, please step out.
I don't think this is legal.
Sir?
That's a police officer saying that. Sir, can you explain to us a little bit?
I will not.
The man you see here is Deputy.
What?
While you might look at him and think he's a Walmart version of Detroit Urban Survival, he actually is a man with a disciplinary report thicker than the Bible. He currently has 3 active lawsuits against him. All 3 of them allege violations of the Constitution for the acts he is committing. Let me share some of his past actions with you so you can get a picture of the man he is. Let's start with his petty incidents. One of his reports details him threatening the water company over a $300 bill he didn't want to pay. He's also known for trying not to pay tolls when he drives through them. But things get more serious. Many residents have banded together to note his excessive use of force and his use of the taser. In a 2012 incident, he was sued for 4th Amendment constitutional violations due to excessive force. Lacey lost this case and the judge ordered payment of $12,000 for the incident. In the summer of 2021, 19-year-old Alexis Wilson was shot 7 times and killed by Dalton police. Her mom emailed us twice, pleading with us to expose Officer Lacey. Activists Carlos West and Rabbi Michael protested this killing 7 days later, exercising their constitutional right to free speech. However, their rights were violated by Officer Lacey once again when he ordered their arrest without due cause. They filed a lawsuit, and on March 4th, both of these men were awarded $50,000 in settlements. This is one of Mayor Tiffany's lead lapdogs that she uses to control the town through his goonish actions. Another case he was involved in resulted in the largest settlement in Cook County history, $33.5 million.
You guys step over here on public property.
This is not public property. Okay. Where is the public property?
Have a good day.
Can you not answer my question, sir?
Do you have ID? In Illinois, you have to have ID. Do you have ID? May I see?
You cannot be forced to show it.
What is this from your perspective?
In a minute, I'm asking you.
This is a public taxpayer area that we're now being
Step over here, sir.
hassled.
Step over here.
The goons have come out.
Okay. Here we. Oh.
This is quite a response for people.
Damn!
Keep walking, sir.
How many police vehicles are coming for this?
What exactly are you guys trying to accomplish out here?
The mayor.
30 deep for
is she a
one man.
hero or a villain?
No.
This is part of the convoy too, guys. The taxpayer-sponsored Tahoe's right there at $150K for a vehicle. Oh wow. That's
Run me
more
over
guys on the scene.
when you're ready.
I can tell you, sir, I'm not riding dirty in the slightest, so there's nothing you'll. How are you doing?
Sir, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you have your guys sit in the car, please?
What? No.
You sure?
You want us to do something off camera and I'm surrounded by 6 people? I'm not going to about to do
Yeah,
that.
step back real quick.
Can you please tell me why you refuse to say what the public area is that you want me to go to? Tommy G, they call me. Milwaukee representative.
Your body cams on?
In Milwaukee?
You got your body cams on? Yeah, this doesn't sound right, bro. They're definitely crooked. Like, I don't like where this is going.
And not this many cops show up. So once I come up clean, then what?
Who else got ID?
Coming back. Hey, state of Illinois, you're supposed to have ID.
Go get your ID.
For what?
Hey, go get your ID. Unlock the car so you can get his ID.
It's not a request.
Oh, it's not a request.
Not at all.
You know you're liable, right? In Illinois.
For what?
Get it right. I know who you are. Got your information. Get it right.
That sounds like a threat.
Coming back, valid.
What?
Hey, dude, nice job. You're valid, dude. Good for you.
I'm legal, so.
Okay, gentlemen, have a good day.
Are you gonna get in your vehicle? I'll get in mine. You get in yours?
Hey, go to your car. Have a good day.
What the f is going
Bro,
on?
what?
We should probably before they like.
That's intimidation. This is why the trustees did not want us to come here.
Damn.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Is this something
This
that
is
someone
insane.
that's innocent would be doing? Look, business. Shut down. Shut down. And shut down. Mayor Tiffany, when you go to jail, there will be many people applauding it.
I think there's only 20 police officers or something like that in Dalton.
Holy shit!
What?
That's wow.
I was just showing him the footage.
Oh yeah, that's Deputy Chief Lacey. He's the biggest jerk of all.
Officer Lacey, you want to handle this like a real man? I will pay you a week's salary. Any gym in Illinois or Wisconsin.
Oh, for a
I'll meet you
boxing
there,
match?
Handle it like men. If I lose, I give it to you. If I win, I donate to charity. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna keep your little butt in the office. You're not gonna take up a real challenge.
Yo, what?
Bully, you try messing with the water bill company when they're trying to collect their bill from you. You try messing with the toll people. You have a long history, longer than a Harry Potter book, of you messing with the citizens of your city. Come here like a real man and sort it out, but or you can stay your scared little butt in the office. You pick. You're built like a fucking potato. All right.
Funny.
I didn't even get to the part where
Is
I
that
tell
not a
you
public area?
that she's had me arrested.
Former chief of
For picking up
state,
her
bro.
campaign literature off my windshield of my car.
You got cuffed.
Yes, 8 months of them continuing, the court hearing for the case to be dropped by the state's attorney's office for lack of evidence.
Was where we were public area?
Yes.
Inside and outside.
100%.
We were escorted
What?
out, made it seem like we were doing something illegal, taking our IDs, pressed. They wouldn't tell them that if we didn't give them our ID, they were gonna do something. He had threats to us. You've done the FOIA request. You have all the documents. What kind of stuff have you seen in those documents that catches your attention?
Things that stand out, obviously, are the travel. I mean, it's huge. About 2 trips a month. 3
At
to
the
6
Four
days for
Seasons?
every trip. I would say 95% of them are unrelated to the town.
The mayor. Yo, I gotta go to the Four Seasons. Oh, that's off topic, but man, I gotta go to Four Seasons, man. I hear it's a very nice place. Chief staff say they bad, and yeah. I looked at her title. I'm like, yo, isn't she obviously knows like the ins and outs of this place. Yeah, they're bugging.
Portland, Oregon, for some conference called the Her Voice, like a women empower leading other women to God. Anybody who knows when you're using taxpayer funds, when you start putting religion into it, it's a touchy situation because you govern in the township 190,000 voters. Not all of them believe the same thing you do.
How is she living when she goes on these trips?
It's outside of her own pay scale. That's how she's living. She's not living a $300,000 a year life like she's making. She's living a $1 million life because she's keeping her money and spending ours. You get a $600 per day per diem. You don't turn in receipts for those.
Which is a very generous per diem.
You shouldn't be swiping the credit card for anything, ma'am. Why do I see all of your meals on here? Why do I see your hotels on here?
What kind of hotel does she stay in? Is it fancy?
Yeah, Hyatt, Hilton's, Four Seasons.
Four Seasons?
Oh yeah, you name it. It's the best of everything for her. Flying first class to Las Vegas. Her and Keith Freeman. I know the news didn't say that. He put out her $3,700 flight for herself.
She bought a $3,700 flight to Las Vegas?
But Keith Freeman's flight was the same amount. Her and Carmen Carlisle had, you know, $1,600 flight to Atlanta.
Where is she eating? What kind of places is she going to when she eats on the road?
Steakhouses, lobster, anything you could think of that would be high-end dining. For the most part, that's where they're eating. Now, that looked a little different in their little bike ride to Springfield for her non-for-profit. On those trips, they stayed at Hampton Inn. They're bike riding, and they have a full-on DJ being pulled on a trailer behind them. I mean, they're blocking off streets for this.
What else is outrageous that you've seen now that you're privy to the books?
The amount of money she's spending on her PR. That's probably running Thornton Township about $25,000 a month.
So taxpayers, they're not only paying for the front end of all the bad stuff she's
And that's
paying.
only 190,000 people in the town. That's a fairly smallish town.
But they're paying for the PR cleanup on the back end as well.
Absolutely.
What would it take to just remove her from office?
She was recalled. The residents voted
Wait,
to
never mind. That's
remove
huge.
her from office.
What was the percentage vote to recall her?
It was about 56%. We were at about 1,900
56?
to remove her, and about 1,300 said to leave her.
Her salary is $224,000, but if she doesn't get reelected, the person that takes over would get $25,000, and that's a way to deter people from running against her.
The previous supervisor was in his 9th term. Now you can see the $200,000 salary because he worked for it for 32 years.
Yeah.
She keeps his salary because the law for township municipalities says if you take over his term, you complete the term. Whereas in a regular municipality, like if a mayor passed away and the board appointed somebody, the next municipal election, that mayor would have to run. That seat would be up. But in the township, it doesn't work that way. You finish the entire term. My previous boss had passed away 8 months into his term, so she had a full 3 years to finish. So she gets to keep his pay. What would happen though if she ran in 2025 and she won? She would have went to a first term salary. The pay scale was changed dramatically because she made it that she keeps the salary she has now. Anybody else goes down to 25. There's no more salaries by term. She removed that.
Is there anything positive you can say about the mayor?
I will say she has some ideas that I think are great. You know, the ice rink, it's beautiful. Visually, it looks nice. Had that been done right and had there been a plan in place, a plan for
25K from 5K had me. Yeah, I know. Like, you made it to the point where you made running against you so toxic that anybody who tries is on a wage which is barely livable. I don't know how it is in Flint. I don't know if $25,000 is like you're not getting by. I don't know where it ranks. From 300K to 25K, bro. What?
A plan,
come on,
long-term maintenance, a plan on how we were going to bring people out to make sure that the cost was covered at minimum. This could have been
that is crazy, bro.
Because of the choice to always do things in a me manner, it never feels like it's for the community. All of the qualities that we see now that are like these big beast qualities, those were all there when she was just little Tiffany Henyard that was a trustee here in Dalton. They just magnified with the money and the power.
I got let go from the township. I was the maintenance manager for 20 years. I was getting ready to retire. I went on vacation. When I came back off vacation, I was locked out of my office. Was told that I had to see Keith Freeman for my keys. I sat up at the township 3 days in the lobby, getting paid, waiting for my keys. And on the 4th day, I said, forget it. I just took 2 sick days. Then that Friday, I got a termination letter saying I was terminated.
And so your benefits from retiring, or did you not have access to that?
No.
Okay.
That at all.
Thank God. If bro lost his entire retirement as well, I don't even want to imagine that, bro. Like 20 years of all your hard work goes to nothing. Oh, I don't know.
What can you say about him?
He's one of the mayor's lynchmen. He just got appointed that spot when the other police chief resigned.
Is there anything in the books that reflect that police officers are getting kickbacks from the mayor?
Oh, they're overtime. It averages about 100 hours a pay period for her security. The one he had 303 hours on one bi-weekly pay period.
Most of that at an overtime
check.
rate.
Yep.
A $13,000 check.
Absolutely.
And that's a cop or security guard?
It was her security guard.
Folks,
this level of corruption. But like the wildest thing is that this is only one city, something along the lines of that. It's only one of them. And imagine how many other American cities at that have even more corrupt mayors. She just puts her faces on billboards and all that stuff. That's probably like making her name be more known for her corruption. But imagine all the other people who aren't doing that and are just like siphoning hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.